Steph Curry has always provided moments of brilliance with a basketball gripped and ready to shoot. But sometimes there are times when even the most impossible seems plausible because before our very eyes, Steph makes a play or a shot so good it begs belief.
Brings it back outside, now spins back to his right hand, fakes, comes left hand, drives on James all the way, goes up and scores!
A player who likely deserves a Finals MVP still manages to pull off clutch moment after clutch moment despite his current situation with the Warriors in transition. Here's 7 times Steph Curry did the unthinkable. Before we get into all that, if you want to win a PS5 with NBA 2K22 and Madden NFL 22 included, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. Some will call this shot luck, but if you know Steph, you'll know he had one eye on the basket the whole way. Steph scrambles for the ball somewhere just past the half court. He bumps into several players before being knocked to the ground. But just before he falls, he releases a beautiful one-hander that banks off the glass and in for a three-pointer. The beauty of Steph is that he can literally shoot the ball from anywhere, in any situation, and at any time. Hence why this shot is the definition of Curry's greatness. Being able to do the impossible in an impossible circumstance. 99 times out of 100, you put any great basketball player in that same position, and they're gonna miss the shot. But you put Steph Curry in there, and I trust him to hit that shot most times, even falling down.
Bad pass, trying to hit JaMychal Green. And Steph Curry trying to draw a foul, flips in a three.
Curry isn't just known for his three-point shooting. The man can also throw down some handles that make players look like they're ice skating. In the 2017 Western Conference Finals, a 7'1" center from France would think he had most of the basket covered, but stepping outside his comfort zone to guard Steph Curry near the arc was probably not the best decision. Curry ran rings around him with some beautiful dribbling, making Gobert literally turn in circles, before a mini fake and layup. It's easy to call him out for picking on the big guy, but this big guy went on to win Defensive Player of the Year 3 times and was named an NBA All-Defensive First Team 5 times in a row. When you're trying to beat elite defenders, you have to become inventive, which is exactly what Curry did in order to get the bucket. Another elite defender who looked like he was on a first date at a skating rink was Chris Paul. When Curry took him to the line and dropped him with a wicked cross and finished with some wonderful finesse, the Golden State crowd and bench rose to their feet. A beautiful double behind the back left Paul slipping and sliding while the bench hides their face in embarrassment for a man who's a 7-time NBA All-Defensive First Team player and an 11-time All-Star. In a live stream between Paul and Curry, many of the comments urged them to talk about the ankle breaker, to which CP3 said,
He got me. If you play defense long enough or hard enough, you gonna.
I play defense half the time, man.
Yeah.
Steph responded modestly with,
The funniest part is how many times we've all been dropped, right? Like, you done dropped me at least 3 times. I got you that one time in LA. Brandon Jennings got me my rookie year.
However, the highlights from this incident seemed to keep popping up as both players were in their prime and Steph seemed to be emerging as a brand new star. The gravity of the breaker depends on the gravity of the moment, which at the time was very poignant for the trajectory of Curry's career after that. Another surefire asset Steph has is his mental strength and his confidence in himself. A clear example of that is against the Pelicans in Game 3 of the 2015 Western Conference first-round playoffs. Before Steph ever got a title, his family watched from the stands as their boy delivered an incredible leveler just before the buzzer. The Pelicans were 2 games down but had home advantage and were up 3 points. A play was drawn up for Steph after he pump-faked a three-pointer just moments prior. Curry grabs the inbound and gets a first shot off in timely fashion but misses only for Mo Spates to immediately recover it from a rebound and toss it out to Curry. Steph then gets doubled in the corner but still pulls up and drains a 3 to silence the crowd and take the game into overtime, which they would eventually win, of course. And the rest, as they say, is history, because Steph took the Golden State Warriors all the way to his first championship that year, which was the beginning of the Warriors' so-called mini dynasty. Steph made a splash with an insane move where he split the Clippers' defense only to come back out and shoot the 3, which he drained, of course. And who was defending him but Chris Paul yet again? The beauty of this move is the high IQ Curry has when making the initial play, because the moment he splits the defense, he has the presence of mind to recognize he's stuck in traffic and turn around. What's more, he knows the defense will assume that he'll carry on with his momentum instead of taking the ball behind his back, stepping out and looking for what is actually a reasonably high percentage shot for someone of Steph's caliber. The entire defense looks like they're chasing a pinball in a maze as they watch Curry closely but basically give up in a contest of cat and mouse. The worst thing of all is that he made the actual shot look easy. In the 2017 Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers were flying high following a great run to the NBA Finals. After all, they were defending champions following a devastating defeat for the Golden State Warriors, who lost to LeBron after being 3-1 up just 1 year before.
Rebound taken Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Oh, my goodness.
But Steph had something to prove, and with that came an exclamation mark that would show LeBron he wants the matchup and not just to shoot threes over him. Halfway through Game 1, Curry picks up the ball outside the arc and immediately takes it to LeBron, turning him 3 different ways before pushing a delicate layup off the glass, which LeBron would slap too late as his reflexes failed him. This one-on-one set the tone for the rest of the series as the Warriors, with help from KD, swept the Cavs with ease and took home Curry's second NBA title. The significance of this moment is written all over LeBron's face immediately after the ball drops. Curry celebrates. Meanwhile, LeBron collects himself. He realizes that he's got to not only try and guard KD or Klay, but a reinvigorated Steph Curry who's ready to come out and step up to the plate. It's not an easy feat to make it to the 60 club, but the feat is made even harder when you've played a full season without your second best player. In a Klay Thompson injury season, Steph went to task against the Portland Trail Blazers earlier this year. Steph's previous career high was 54 against the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden, way back when he first made a name for himself. Steph smashed this record with an incredible 62 points. Steph's 62-point game is important for a number of reasons. First, the Warriors weren't having a good season. They had many injuries and struggled throughout the last 2 years after their 5 finals appearances in a row. They were somewhat in a slight transitional phase. But Steph kept knocking on the door and never laid down his sword in either year. Another reason this feat is so special is because of the manner in which he did it. His three-point percentage was 50%, his field goal percentage was 58%, and he became the first player since Kobe Bryant in December 2005 to score at least 30 points in each half of a game. Steph's last shot to clinch it was notable too because he pulled up from a very tough spot with 2 defenders on him and launched a 3, falling over in order to find a gap between the hands of the onrushing defenders looking for the double. All this with 40 seconds on the clock. An unbelievable finish from an unbelievable player in a game of brilliance that secures our top spot because it proves when the going gets tough, the best show up.